Hello, everyone, and a huge welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I've spent years deep in modern hospitality operations and performance support. So I am absolutely thrilled to welcome all you students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. This explainer is designed to give you a highly realistic, premium look straight into the backbone of our industry. We're so excited to support your professional growth in the hospitality world. Whether your ultimate goal is to manage a stunning luxury resort, direct the daily hustle of front desk operations, or lead a global revenue office, our aim today is exactly the same. We want to elevate your understanding of daily operations to a highly strategic level. We really want you to see a hotel not just as a building made of bricks and mortar, but as a living, breathing organization. So here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with a quick welcome to Europe Hotel School, then dive into the strategic HR shift. After that, we'll look at why ours is such a people-intensive industry, explore proactive systems and technology, and finally wrap things up with culture and brand alignment. Let's jump right in.
Section 1. Welcome to Europe Hotel School, your professional journey. As you embark on this course, you'll quickly discover a core truth. Delivering premium hospitality is literally never an accident. It requires a deliberate, structured, and highly refined approach to managing your absolute most valuable resource.
And that brings us to a foundational principle. Seriously, this is the absolute bedrock of modern service excellence. People are not simply a cost to be controlled. They are a strategic asset to be developed. In an environment where emotional engagement is just everything, treating your staff as your greatest asset is exactly what separates a pretty good hotel from a truly world-class institution. Moving right along to Section 2, the strategic HR shift from administration to transformation. To really understand how we use our workforce as a major competitive advantage, we've got to look at how our industry paradigm has evolved. You see, historically, traditional personnel management was entirely bogged down in basic administrative tasks. We're talking processing payroll, organizing shift schedules, and rigid cost control. It was purely operational. Actually, scratch that. It was mostly just reactive administration. Strategic human resource management, on the other hand, is a monumental shift. It directly aligns your people with your organizational goals, your brand promises, and your long-term business strategies. It doesn't just support the business, it completely transforms it. Which brings us to Section 3, a people-intensive industry, focusing on the human element of hospitality. This transformation from admin to strategy is absolutely critical. Why? Because hotels, resorts, and tourism rely heavily on direct human interaction. Honestly, more so than almost any other sector in the global economy. Let's be real. We operate in a uniquely people-intensive environment where dynamic, daily challenges are just the norm. We navigate wild seasonal demand fluctuations, like when a resort suddenly needs double the staff in summer compared to winter. We face notoriously high employee turnover. We manage incredibly vibrant multicultural workforces, and we juggle highly diverse employment contracts. Every single one of these factors requires flexible yet deeply coherent HR strategies just to maintain a seamless luxury service. So how do we turn all those massive challenges into a smooth operational rhythm? Well, since a guest's perception of value is shaped entirely by employee professionalism, we rely on 4 foundational HR policies. These have to be intentionally designed to drive the guest experience. It all starts with highly targeted recruitment, which then flows right into rigorous training. Then, it relies on continuous performance management, and finally culminates in deep, genuine employee engagement. Every single step in that chain reinforces service excellence.
Okay, on to Section 4, proactive systems and technology, anticipating the future. Rather than just waiting around and reacting to a sudden staffing shortage in the restaurant or a service failure at the front desk, modern hotel leaders build proactive systems.
Strategic HRM adopts a relentless, long-term perspective. The choices we make today, like, say, investing heavily in leadership development for junior managers, are evaluated based on how they directly contribute to tomorrow's organizational expansion. That is what ultimately secures sustainable growth for the future. It's really like a proactive chess game, rather than a constant reactive scramble to put out fires.
Now, to maintain that proactive stance, your focus has to be evenly distributed. You really need to maintain roughly a 1/3 balance across 3 key areas: workforce planning, cultivating talent pipelines, and mapping out succession strategies. By keeping that equilibrium, your organization becomes highly resilient. You won't get knocked off course, even during periods of rapid industry change or sudden market shifts.
And this is where things get really exciting. Technology has elevated this strategic role to totally new heights. As an AI expert, I can promise you that utilizing human resource information systems, modern learning platforms, and data analytics allows leaders to make incredibly informed decisions. Today, we can accurately measure team engagement, predict turnover before an employee even thinks about handing in their notice, and assess the true ROI of our training. We don't have to just guess or rely solely on managerial intuition anymore.
But, and this is a huge but, we must always remember that these powerful tech insights exist to support, not replace, nuanced human judgment. Data can absolutely wave a red flag and tell you an employee is disengaged, but it takes a skilled, empathetic human leader to actually sit down with them, understand their struggles, and reignite their passion for hospitality. Technology is your compass, for sure, but human empathy is the guide.
Let's bring it home with Section 5, Culture and Brand Alignment, Living the Promise. This brings us to another absolute cornerstone of our strategy, and honestly, arguably the most important one. We have to ensure that what we promise our guests is actually experienced daily by our own employees.
Think about the external promises high-end hospitality brands make all the time. We promise warmth. We promise flawless consistency. We promise highly personalized service, right? But here is the real secret of strategic HRM. Those exact traits must be reflected internally. Your leadership practices, your internal values, your daily behaviors toward your staff, they all must be warm, consistent, and personalized. Look, you simply cannot deliver a 5-star service externally if you're running a 2-star internal culture. It just doesn't work.
So, tying it all together, strategic HRM is about one thing above all else: intentional alignment. It's that deliberate, focused connection between how you manage your people, how service is ultimately delivered, the identity of your brand, and the long-term performance of the business. It's about creating a perfect, unbroken synchronization between the daily lives of your employees and the ultimate guest experience.
As you gear up for a much deeper dive into HR strategic role throughout the rest of your course with Europe Hotel School, I want to leave you with a critical question to chew on. Does your future hotel's internal culture truly reflect its external brand promise? Keep that front of mind as you study. It's the key to ensuring your future operations aren't just profitable, but authentic, resilient, and truly world-class. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.